When I first learnt to meditate, which was in 1990, as I say, I hadn't been to the Buddhist centre, but a mitra had taught me the mindfulness of breathing. And I used to spend a lot of time in dhyana very, very easily, and just thought, oh, it's terribly straightforward. I just found it incredibly easy. And when that period stopped, I was very shocked and disheartened for a bit. And what I realised was I'd cut off my body in a way, mentally. That's what I think, looking back, had happened. I was meditating on will and determination. And I think you can go a long way on that, actually. So by being concentrated, focused, I've always been very disciplined. So it wasn't difficult for me to really focus. And that inevitably leads to dhyanic states, I think. But eventually I had to go back and reclaim my body. And I think there was a particular retreat, a particular solitary retreat. I used to have like a month latterly at home, but I did used to go away. So I'd have a month doing a lot of meditation, and I tend to write verse when I'm on solitary. And I wrote loads and loads of verse, and it was all about my body, it was all about being disabled, it was all about what had happened to me when I was young, all the operations I'd had, and it was all sort of flowing out of me. And that came up because I was doing the Metta Bhavana one day, and I realised that I kept feeling like I had this frozen infant in my arms, and that was very unusual for me, and I kind of kept pushing it away as being some kind of nonsense. And then, I suddenly realised I couldn't go any further without taking account of it, and so it just opened up this whole process of becoming more aware of my body. And ever since that time, I've just seen more and more the significance of starting my meditation practice, of always being deeply in touch with the body. And so that was then. Since then, I think the biggest significant change has been the 2 years I had out in my hut, really, after I finished being mitra convener about 4 years ago. I stopped teaching at the Buddhist centre, stopped doing any classes, because I felt like something was waiting to bubble up and emerge. So I took a couple of years out and spent a lot of time meditating. I had a year where I barely ever went to town. I had a year of no shopping, which was interesting. And all I could buy was absolute essentials. And it was very good because it meant that I didn't need to go to town. I had no excuses. Spent a lot of time studying, reconnected with study. And in that time I did quite a lot of formless meditation, and felt like a new phase of meditation opened, really, that gave up so much determination and wanting to be in dhyana, wanting to kind of pursue that really strongly. Although now I've come back to a sense of needing to develop more concentration again as well. It's a balance, I think.